Pierogies, pierogi, dozinci, and me. What do we all have in common? We're all Polish. How many of you know where your ancestors immigrated from? Have you ever wondered why your family celebrates the different holidays the way that they do? Or where some of those amazing recipes your grandmother has came from? When I began asking these questions, I discovered that my great-grandfather and great-grandmother had emigrated from Poland together. Polish culture is heavily influenced by Roman Catholic religion, annual harvest, and its historical recipes for food. First, I'm going to discuss the influence Roman Catholicism has on Polish holidays. Second, I will explore the importance of the annual harvest. Finally, I will explain the culture behind Polish food. Holidays have religious significance in Poland. Christmas celebrations can last for months. Vigilia and St. Stephen's Day surround Christmas in Poland. Vigilia, also known as the day before Christ's birthday, is known as Christmas Eve in America. On this day, Poles fast prior to the big meal. The big meal is served at the site of the first star in the sky. For this meal, they traditionally don't serve meat, and they have 13 dishes. The 13 dishes are to represent the number of people at the Last Supper. Christmas Day is spent at home with close family. For this meal, they traditionally have hearty soups with meats, potatoes, and vegetables. At each of these meals, there's typically an empty place setting. The empty place setting is set for people that may be passing by that don't have a place to celebrate. St. Stephen's Day, the day after Christmas, begins the 12 nights of pierogi. Pierogi is celebrated with parades and caroling. Pierogi is to celebrate King Herod, whom lived during Jesus' time. For each of these meals, they need to have a plentiful harvest. At the end of August, Poles celebrate Dozinci, also known as the Harvest Festival. For this, priests bless herbs and vegetables brought to church by farmers. They celebrate by singing and dancing. They also create a wreath called a vignette, which is a symbol of the plentiful harvest. The wreath is presented and worn by a girl, which assisted heavily with the harvest. Plentiful harvest supports the many hearty and heavy foods in Poland. Polish food is typically hearty and heavy with meat and starches. There's rarely green vegetables. For example, pierogies, or also stuffed dumplings, usually have meat, cheese, or potato. Here's an example of a pierogi with potatoes. All starches. Then there's also pączki, which are filled pastries. Then potato pancakes, which are mashed potatoes fried in a pan in a pancake shape, served with either applesauce or sour cream. First, we discussed religion and holidays. We went over Vigilia, Christmas, and St. Stephen's Day. Then we explored the plentiful harvest and the vignettes, which is also known as the wreath, which is worn by the girl that assisted heavily with the harvest. Then we explained some hearty recipes. Polish culture is heavily influenced by Roman Catholic religion, annual harvest, and its historical recipes for food. Many of these Polish traditions and recipes are still practiced today and used, and have been passed down through many generations. I encourage you to embrace your ancestry and learn more about its history. Thank you for your time today. Are there any questions?